Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tony. Good day, everyone. I'm revmelissa. I am the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, and it's always so wonderful to be here with UUCR. This is our third time here, and I'm saying that we are having a summer series with UUCR with a collaborative service. So it's wonderful to be here with you all. So my opening words is just to kind of get us ready for the talk a little later. And so at Rockland CSL, July is our play month. And we've been using July as our play month for the last couple of years because it's like, you know, schools are out, it's playtime for the kids. So why not have playtime for the adults? Yes? All right. So to get us kind of in that space, I would like for everyone to do something. So one of the things that we did a couple of years ago, and you on Zoom can join in on this as well. We changed our names to our favorite desserts. So if you're on Zoom, I invite you to rename yourself as your favorite dessert. And for those of us here in person, I would like for you to share with the person next to you what your name is as your favorite dessert. So do that quickly. Okay, so with that being said, I will reintroduce myself. I am Rev Key Lime Pie. Good day, everyone, again. Good day to everyone joining us on Zoom and here in person. Rev Key Lime Pie is back. How are you other desserts doing? Good. Okay, all right. So our title today for the talk is Designed for Play. And I was inspired to change the title from Built for Play to Designed for Play a couple of days ago. And Carl and I were chatting about that and talking about the distinction between designing and building. So one of the things that Carl shared with me that really struck a chord, he said that the idea in designing something is one thing, but it may not be built the way that it was designed. So there may be a design, but it's up to us to build it. So I want to thank Carl for that inspiration. And I feel like, Carl, that this is truly a collaboration talk based on our conversation the other day. So when we think of God, the universe creator, the great architect, if you will, we were each designed in its image. And we have everything that we need to design our lives. We have everything that we need to build our lives. The blueprint is etched in our spiritual DNA. Nothing is missing. We are whole. We are creators. We are designers of our lives. Sometimes people ask me, what do I do? And I say, I'm a spiritual interior designer. So I like to always share the definition of words. And so play means an absorbing, apparently purposeless activity that provides enjoyment and a suspension of self-consciousness and sense of time. It is also self-motivating and makes you want to do it again. And the origins of the word play is leap for joy. Isn't that awesome? Leap for joy. And so one of the fruits of spirit is joy. And so the scripture says, but the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things, there is no law. So you cannot break the law if you are leaping for joy. You cannot break the law if you are playing. Okay, so no one's going to get a ticket for playing. Ernest Holmes says it this way. Ernest Holmes is the founder of Science of Mind. And he says in the text, Science of Mind, which, by the way, there's a copy of on the back desk, on the back table, because Janet bought some books to give away. So if you would like a book, there's some books, thank you, Janet, that you can take after service. So Ernest Holmes said this: creation is the play of life upon itself through divine self-imagination. Spirit must create in order to be expressed. We are designed for play. Spirit must create. Is there anyone here in the room, raise your hand, who has not been created? Okay, wonderful. So everyone here has been created. Therefore, everyone here is designed for play. Yes? Okay. So just as the great creator, the great architect must create in order to be expressed, so too must we. We must express our creativity. We get to show off our creativity through a multitude of expressions that are uniquely ours. So no two people will express the same thing in the same way. No two people will express the same thing in the same way. I have twin girls. Believe you me, they do not express the same way. So we are each unique in that regard. So we could start regarding play as a divine act of expression. We are hardwired for prayer. It's part of our genetic makeup. So I'm reading this book again, and let me grab it. This one. It's called Play. This was our companion book a couple of years ago, and it's by Dr. Stuart Brown. And it's called Play, How It Shapes the Brain, Opens Our Imagination, and Invigorates the Soul. And one of the things that he writes in the book is, play arises first in the human brain stem, where survival mechanisms such as respiration, consciousness, sleep, and dreams originate. This initial activation then connects to and activates pleasurable emotions that accompany the process of play. So play is primal, it's pre-verbal, and it resides in our reptilian brain, the same part of our brain that supervises all of those functions that I mentioned before. Play connects us to our rational brain, our prefrontal cortex, which is the seat of executive function, rational thought, and judgment, and our emotion center. So although play is located in our reptilian brain, it functions in our prefrontal cortex. That is where the expression occurs. So play doesn't activate our fight, flight, or freeze system. Play activates the joy within us. Play is like a leap for joy. Play promotes the creation of new neural connections that didn't exist before. Play is essential for our development. It's essential for animals' developments. Play is one of the ways that we get to express our uniqueness in the world. And guess what, y'all? Human beings are the biggest players of all. We play the longest in a lifetime. Human beings, the juvenile stage is the longest in any animal, human, mammal, humans. We get to play the the longest. We get to play, as a matter of fact, all of our lives if we choose to. If we choose to, because we are designed for play, and we get to choose how we build play into the foundation of our life. So many of us, sad to say, have stopped playing. We are very serious about everything all the time. And if we see someone else playing, we're like, they need to grow up. They need to get serious. I know no one here is like that. But something happens when you stop playing. Something happens when you stop activating the joy within yourself. And so I'm going to share a story with you about what can happen if you stop playing. And it's from the book, and some of you have heard this story before. But here it is. It's the story of the sea squirt. Anyone heard of a sea squirt? Okay, all right. So the sea squirt is an ugly creature. Now, I don't think the mama of the sea squirt would say that, but this is what Dr. Brown is saying. The sea squirt is an ugly creature. In its adult form, it has a tubular shape that resembles a sponge or worm. And in its larval form, it looks like a tadpole. Still, the sea squirt is one of our most ancient relatives. Its primitive nervous system makes it more closely related to humans than sponges and corals it resembles. In this larval form, it has a primitive spinal cord and a bundle of ganglia that acts as a functional brain. This tiny brain helps it move selectively towards nutrients and away from harm. Like most creatures in the ocean, juvenile sea squirts spend their time growing, playing, and exploring the sea. Once the sea squirt grows to adulthood, it attaches itself permanently to a rock or a boat's hull or pilings. It no longer needs to monitor the world as it did as a juvenile, because the passing current provides enough nutrients for its survival. Its life becomes purely passive. The adult sea squirt becomes the couch potato of the sea. In this surprising twist, the sea squirt digests its own brain. Without a need to explore or find its sustenance, the creature devours its own cerebral ganglia. It's like something out of a Stephen King book. All work and no play makes a sea squirt a brain-eating zombie. The sea squirt is an example of a basic principle of nature. Use it or lose it. Either we grow and develop, or we waste away. The sea squirt stops moving, and many higher animals stop playing, and the brain stops growing. Sound like anyone you know? So play promotes growth. We are designed to be lifelong players, built to benefit from play at any age. So who wants to be a sea squirt? Who wants to play? Yes, yes. Because play stimulates us. Play activates us. Play helps us to grow, to explore more of who we are and more of who each one of us is with each other. So the next time you feel blue, or you feel stuck, or even if you have to make a decision, take a play break. You start to activate those neural connections in your brain, and something amazing may come forth that you did not expect. Think about what you like to do as a child. Like, what were your favorite things to play? I loved playing hopscotch, and I loved double dutch, even though everybody said I was double-handed and no one wanted me to turn when it was their turn to jump. But they was just jealous of my double dutch skills. So it is time for us to use our genetic memory that's imbued in us by the great architect to do what it does: create, design, express, play, evolve. Anyone up for that? So in closing, don't be a sea squirt. Don't attach yourself like the sea squirt does to a rock or a boat. And for us humans, don't attach yourself to the screens on our TVs, on our phones, on our computers. Don't be a sea squirt. Use your brain. Keep it stimulated and active. Build new pathways. We are never complete. There is more to be designed and explored. And I know in this world, we need everyone's expression of joy and play. Thank you. So we have discussion. So I'm going to start the discussion by just asking a question. What is one thing you can do this week as play for yourself? So I am inspired by you all, your willingness to play. And we will be here again with you all on July 21st. And I would like a full report on your play activities. And maybe we might even get to play together, like do a little dancing or something. How about that, Carl? Yeah. Thank you all. Peace and blessings.